Charly, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlyleetham.local.com. askcharlyleetham.locals.com. There we go. It's free to join and follow along the conversation and content that I'm dropping over there. You can also become a supporter, and by becoming a supporter, that will allow you to comment on and add your own thoughts to this type of content. You will actually be getting your own content to look at as well shortly. It costs $2 US per month to become a supporter. Like I said, that will give you access to be able to comment, add your own thoughts, access the supporter-only content that I'll be posting. It also ensures that we aren't hit by spammers and trolls, so it keeps the community in a nice position. And it also helps me just to keep creating this type of content, which I hope you're finding helpful. Now for your daily dose of business inspiration. Let's talk about bootstrapping. Do you know what bootstrapping is? Now, I'm not going to give you a technical definition. I'm not even going to go back and look at the internet and see where that term came from. To me, bootstrapping is where you pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All you've got to get up off the ground and get moving are the laces that are in your boots, and you've got to grab hold of them and pull yourself up so you can keep moving. That's what bootstrapping means to me, or bootstrapping in a business sense. You start with very little and you just get moving. Now, in a business sense, what that means is that you can build your business with very little. I'm almost going to say no investment. I'm not going to say that that's the way you should continue to run your business, but it's actually to me, it's a really great way to run a business. Let me think about how I want to say that. You don't need to go and throw a whole heap of money at something to see if it will or won't work. With the right sort of planning, with the right sort of strategizing, with the right sort of tactics, you can actually try something within your business with a little amount of investment. And if it doesn't work out, you haven't lost a heap of money. You haven't lost a heap of time. You haven't lost a heap of effort. You can say, oh, well, that didn't work. Now let me work out why that didn't work. Sometimes it's going to be that you didn't put enough money into it, or enough time, or enough energy, effort into it. And that's a good thing to learn too. But it's also, you might find that it just wasn't the right strategy for your target audience, for your target market. It might not have been the right tool to use for what you were trying to do. So what I'm going to recommend you do when you're running your businesses is not to do things on the cheap all the time, but to strategically invest money, time, energy, and effort into something. Make sure you know what your objectives are when you start. What is it? I want to try this thing. I want this objective. I want to know, I want to make this objective. I want to meet this objective. Have those clear objectives in your head. Have a clear plan about how you're going to use whatever it is you're doing, or do whatever it is you're doing to meet that objective. When you get there, then you can put the next little bit of investment in and move yourself forward. Now, that has the benefit of, and I've done this when we build websites for people and when we've helped people launch new products. What happens is people come out and they've got this really big plan about what they want their website to do, or how they want to launch this product, and the offers they're going to give, and how it's all going to work. But one of the biggest things that I find is that they only have that vision. They don't know how all the steps they're going to take to get there. Sometimes you can't know all the steps you're going to take to get there, and bootstrapping is a great way of doing it. So what I've explained to them and what I've encouraged them to do is, let's work out our first set of objectives, and let's work to that first set of objectives. Then we'll do a review, and then we will work out whether the next set of objectives that we thought we were going to meet are the right set, or whether we need to move things around. And I have to say, when we're doing product launches and when we're doing website launches, it's amazing how when we do that first step, the next steps change. Sometimes someone thinks, I'm going to build a website that does that provides this massive training course to people. But to get to that massive training course, I'm going to release this first, I'm going to release this, I'm going to release this, because in their head that makes sense. And it's a logical thing for them. Once we've released the first part of that product, once we've released the first step in that process, we've actually had clients come back to us and say, this is fantastic. Can we have this? And this is actually step 4 in the list, or step 5 in the list, or step 7 in the list, or it hasn't even been on the list. Like, it's just not something we've even considered. But when we look at what the request is, we go, wow, yeah, we can do that. And by doing that, we're actually giving our target audience the things that they want. Now, isn't that such a powerful thing, to be able to give your target audience the thing that they want? And it hasn't cost you a fortune, and you haven't put in empty calories. You haven't spent empty calories. I love that term too, empty calories, in getting to that point. So bootstrapping is a great way of managing your business. What do you think? I think that's the case, but what do you think? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and we will have a conversation about it. I'll see you all tomorrow.